Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Bubba Fabes. Today I'll be talking about the riot shields in Rainbow Six. Shields in Rainbow Six are in a lot of fire of criticism and comments lately. What was once a walking tank with pinpoint accurate sidearm during the beta has now been nerfed during the release. Some still say it's overpowered and unfair, while others consider it nerfed into a useless state. So what's the deal with riot shields, and are they still useful? First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to break down the strengths and the weaknesses of the shield, and then using those points we can determine how to still dominate with the shield as well as how to defend against one. When using the shield, you are equipped with a sidearm pistol or a revolver. At a normal standing position, the shield will cover your waist and up. When the player is in a crouched position, the shield's protection will also be able to cover your feet. If you go into a prone position, you will be completely exposed using just your pistol. Pistol accuracy. Your pistol accuracy depends on if you are hip firing well covered or if you go into aim down sights. The accuracy of your hip fired shots are extremely inaccurate even at a close range, but still leaves you covered by your shield. If you go into ADS, or aim down sights, your character will peer over the shield, leaving his head and shoulder exposed, but at the same time granting you a big increase in accuracy. Movement speed and sound. Having a shield will decrease a player's movement speed by a considerable amount, as well as adding a distinct clunking sound to each step. So now, using this information about the shield, we can easily build strategies to maximize the effectiveness of the shield, or in case you're on defense, to exploit the weaknesses of them. Since taking fire and soaking up bullets into your shield is your greatest strength, we will be maximizing this while still ensuring your own health. To do this, you must always be in a crouched position. This will give you the maximum amount of protection by covering your body and legs, unless you're absolutely certain that there are no enemies nearby or you really need to close the distance between you and an enemy should you be standing. The second key is that the shield will only protect you if you're directly facing your opponent. The slightest angle will be enough to give your enemy something to shoot at. Knowing this, avoid multiple enemies on separate angles. They will not be able to keep your body protected if you try approaching one or the other. You will be leaving yourself exposed to one of the enemies. Since your main weapon is your sidearm, your optimal distance for engagement is fairly short. Your lack of accuracy will give assault and machine guns the upper hand. Use your character class's smoke or flashbang to allow you to close the distance with an enemy and play to your own strengths. When you do get in close proximity, be careful to aim down sight, as this will give them more of your body to hit, so wait for your opponent to either reload or catch him off guard. Also, remember that all guns, even pistols, are a one-shot headshot, so aim for those headshots and get a quick kill, as well to minimize the amount of exposure you're giving yourself to the enemy. If you are faced with someone at a distance, or a room with multiple scattered targets, this is where teamwork kicks in. Communicate with your team and try to always travel with someone to follow behind you. By entering a hallway or a room first, if it's occupied by enemies, the chances are the fire will be focused on you. This helps your team in many ways. It gives you a chance to scout out the room, seeing where the targets are while being protected. Secondly, it will also draw people out of cover who are trying to take out your shield, giving your teammates a chance to kill the enemy with better firepower and accuracy in which you lack. When playing with the shield, avoid entering an occupied room from a window. When you're rappelling, you will not be able to use your shield, which just leaves you exposed with a pistol and at a disadvantage against any enemy. Try to always enter a point where you can approach already crouched behind your shield. The advantage of entering a room with a shield is that it will sometimes cause a temporary chaos for the defenders, who are usually prepared to shoot a body. Seeing that there's a shield will force them to try to change their strategy and hopefully cause them to panic and make a mistake. Now that you know how to effectively use a shield in attacking, I will use the info about the shield to expose its weaknesses and show you how to easily take one out. One of the most important things to defend and take out a shield is communication. Let your fellow teammates know that there is a player using a shield. This will give them the chance to prepare to face him rather than to be caught off guard and killed. Since the optimal distance for the shield is short range, try to give yourself as much space as possible. This will make it harder for the player to hit you with his pistol. In saying this, the last thing you want to happen is to be trapped in a room against the shield. So always have an exit strategy. This is actually just a great tip in general. Always have an option to get out of dodge if things get too hairy and you lose your advantage. Remember that the player with the shield has less speed than you, giving you the chance to put some distance between you and him. When it comes to shooting the shielded player, aim for the exposed areas. If he is standing, aim for the legs. If he is aiming down sights, use short bursts aimed at his head. Furthermore, you are going to want to flank the player. Whether you are alone or with teammates, communicate and try to lure the shield into a position where you can get an angle on him. The second, yet most satisfying way of killing a shield is to use C4 or a gas canister from the character's smoke. When you notice a shield entering a room, go ahead and quickly toss it towards him and blow him up. Be careful of getting shot while you expose yourself to throw it. The last tip I have, and the one that I've seen the least of, is to rush the player. Note that this is only a good idea if you know he is alone. If a shield is close by and you don't have any choice but to confront him, remember that his hipfire accuracy is awful even at short distance. Take the player by surprise with a quick sprint and melee to that shield. A melee attack is better and a faster way of killing him than shooting him at that distance. If you try to shoot him, is he able to square off his shield with you, this will give him enough time to put enough rounds into you to kill you. But if you melee him in the shield, this will actually knock him back and stun him long enough for you to hit him again and confirm the kill. If you melee him from behind the shield, it'll result in an insta-kill. Hopefully this video has helped you, and if you have any comments or if there's anything I've missed in the video, please post it in the comment section below. And hit the like button and subscribe if you'd love to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching.